Hi everyone, it's Annika Voorhees. I just wanted to go over a few things with you today. I know our first week was really fast and there was a lot of work packed into it, but you did a great job. You got things in on time. Um, and we had to move really quickly because this is a 6 week course and we have a lot to cover in a really short amount of time. So, great job getting that stuff done. What I wanted to go over with you was inquiry 2. Now, of course, there's tons of information in here for you already, um, but I find it helps if I just give you kind of my perspective on it as well. So, yes, you need to read all of the things, you need to watch the videos. That's really important. I know for today you're working on your practice analysis, so you're going to be reading these student examples, and then you want to get a good idea of ethos, pathos, logos, kairos, and exigence. These are difficult terms if you haven't dealt with them before, but don't worry. They're completely understandable as long as you start reading through the ideas and get a really good idea of what's going on. So, ethos is very much about the credibility of the speaker. So, how they go about establishing that, or it could simply be because of who they are that they establish a particular ethos. Pathos has a lot to do with tapping into emotions of the person, or of the audience, I should say. And that's done in lots of different ways, depending on what the speech is about or what the writing is about, how they go about doing that. Logos is very much about kind of the facts and figures and um, the straightforward information. Kairos is about timing. Kairos and exigence kind of work together. Kairos is really the significance. So if you think about a speech given right now on school shootings, it's really significant because of the number of school shootings that are going on right now. Now, exigence, how did it come about? What prompted it? What led to it? So then you're talking about the details, right? So it came on the heels of the recent shooting in Indiana, in Noblesville, Indiana. So that's the real specific. Um, so you want to look at all of these things. It doesn't mean you're going to examine each and every one of them, okay? You're going to be looking at your speech, or in the case of today's assignment, you're going to be trying to understand and get a better feel for what it is to analyze according to some of these uh, rhetorical devices. All right, so your first assignment is right here, create a presentation using Prezi, Google Slides, PowerPoint, um, whichever one works best for you. Everyone seems to have a preference, so whatever one you prefer is fine. I know in the instructions it says Prezi, but I changed that to let people do kind of whichever one works best for them. So you're going to pick one of these two speeches, Stuart Scott or Robert Roberts, and kind of do a mini analysis. And then I also want you to read two of the student examples and get a better idea of how they're doing the practice analysis and kind of examine that a bit more. Now, I will tell you, student samples that I use are not perfect. No piece of writing is perfect, but it's going to give you an idea of what to do. All right, so make sure you get that in by tonight. Don't forget, you also have your Inquiry 1 final draft due tonight, so do that as well. All right, so when we get to the heart of this assignment, so your first draft is due on June 1st, then you have peer responses, and then the graded draft on June 6th. So here's the thing, you need to pick a speech that is really interesting to you. It can't be something that's super common. I don't want Jimmy V's speech. I don't want Steve Jobs' speech. I don't want anything that's been written about a lot. You want to pick something interesting. I find students like the TED Talks. There's some really interesting stuff in there. But you have all kinds of options. Don't think you have to pick a political speech or um, David Foster Wallace speech or anything like that. It can be something that is very specific to you and to your interests. So please make sure it's something that you find interesting. I would like you to build from this into the next assignment, which is a research paper. Um, but that's not required, okay? Um, So in this paper, you're going to be analyzing the speech itself. So even if you love the topic, it's not really the content that you're going to be analyzing. It's the construction of the speech, the way the speaker has designed it to reach the audience and to appeal to the audience. And how do they go about doing that? Um, that's the key to rhetorical analysis. Uh, Again, you're not going to be focusing on content. I tell you to pick something that's interesting to you because you're going to have to listen to the speech a lot. Um, so you don't want it to be boring because you are going to listen to it quite a few times. All right. So that's kind of our inquiry two overall. If you have questions, as always, please email me. I answer pretty quickly and I want to hear your questions. We also have the discussion boards where you can post your questions as well. All right. Have a great week. Thank you.